Perfect. This first game that we're going to be playing is called Freeze Tag. And your job also is to repeat whatever game I'm saying back at you. So if I say Freeze Tag, you guys will be saying Freeze Tag. Nice. And if I say Freeze Tag, you guys will be saying Freeze Tag. I know, you had it. You were thinking about it. All right. So one last one. Freeze Tag. Freeze Tag. Nice. Beautiful. Two bold improvisers, please step forward. Nice. 1 into 2. Now, let's say Adam is holding something extremely heavy. What could be in his hands right now?
Teen angst.
An alligator and what?
Teen angst.
I physically can see the teen angst right now. What else could be in his hands?
An anvil.
What?
An anvil.
An anvil? Yeah, his girlfriend. Now maybe you're holding something incredibly light. Perfect. What could you be holding?
Candle.
A candle, nice.
Tiki torch.
A tiki torch,
Feather.
excellent. But feather.
A little.
I thought I heard butter. I was like, well, I mean, depends on how you like your butter, I guess. Excellent. And so the job of the improvisers here is to justify why they're in a certain position. At any moment, someone from the back wall can say freeze, and whatever position they're in, they have to freeze. They step into the scene and justify why they're that way. Now you guys can just, let's get a suggestion for 2 body parts, upper half the body.
Shoulder.
Shoulder and earlobe. May you please connect your shoulder to his earlobe. Facing the eyes. Excellent. And give him a round of applause. This is Freeze Tag.
Man, this chip on my shoulder is starting to act up a little bit.
Sorry, that was me. I was sorry again, wasn't I? Dad usually's got a comfortable shoulder, and these long trips make me so sleepy.
It'd be nice if you would chip in and drive once in a while.
You know, I got bad vision, and it's hard, and it's dark, and it's raining, and reasons.
You know what they say about reasons?
No. I got a lot of them.
Everybody's got them, just like fingers.
You were so good at that, honey! Wow, that's just super. What is it?
Where do I put it? Well, it's wet.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and...
Maybe hang it on that.
And it's gone. It's in the tree now, so we don't have to worry about it. It's perfect.
Well, that was an art project I was making for your...
The tree's art! It's part of nature now.
Wow. Look at the size of that building. This is the best honeymoon ever.
I've never been to the big city before.
Honey, darling, sweet Aunt Jemima, I'm just so happy to be here with you.
Georgia boy.
I got us tickets to a country concert.
How are we going to get there?
We're gonna walk, milady.
With all these people?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. There sure are a lot of people out here.
There's only a few people in our town. And
I feel so claustrophobic.
I'm a little worried. Freeze.
Will you wait for me while I tie my shoe?
Again, that's the 3rd time this week.
I know.
If you're not going to propose to me, Steve,
We've been only dating for a day. How do you expect a proposal?
I just need you to take this a little bit more seriously.
I just swiped right, and this is our first meet up.
I know you said you liked role play in the bio. Here we are. This is great. Do you want to try again? You want to?
Yeah. Okay.
4th time? Okay. So surprise me with a new proposal.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. Freeze! go of me?
I can't. I told you I'm glued to your arm.
Oh, Jesus. It's the worst science experiment ever.
I told you glue wouldn't work.
How was I supposed to know this? I just wanted to make the bread bigger.
I know. The glue is supposed to go on the bread.
It's not. It keeps growing.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. How's your arm? But more importantly, how's the bread?
You are the worst teacher ever, Mr. Johnson.
Oh!
You said I earned a little extra credit, coming after class and help you bake some bread.
I know, but
You're a philosophy teacher. What is this?
the bread is life, dude. And like my master sister kind of loafed out of here, if you know what I mean. Like, but
Well, I can't see why they wouldn't want to stick around.
I've decided to come back. And it's high time I tell you the story of how I got this ear on my shoulder.
Tell me more, Rye.
It's back when we were studying philosophy and Kierkegaard was getting out of hand.
Now this one is what to do.
Yeah, so we usually just keep the glue jars open in the classroom to get us into the ready
How do you supposed to
mind
talk
state.
philosophy
Unless you're really not sure what's going on. And that's how he got an ear stuck to my arm. And can't hear out of it. It just kind of stays there. Yeah.
do you call it chip? Is the chip on your shoulder?
I called him Mr. Loby.
Ah,
I'm like, tattoo people.
You're not doing that here. Not in this town. No. Listen, we have certain ways we like to preserve tradition.
You invited me to this town.
Under the impression you'd be talking to the children in Spanish. Not shaking the little Latina all over this place.
I'm a flamenco dancer.
I don't know what flamingos have to do with this. We wanted to educate our children. And you come in here like some Latina Kevin Bacon, stirring things up. And yet I can't look away.
Freeze.
Where did you get that wrestling belt?
I wrestled the guy for it. It was WrestleMania. I made it. Got in, took the guy down. It was pretty amazing.
It's so sparkly.
It's also as big as my head, and twice as heavy. I weighed it. Only if you wrestle me for it. Come on, Mom. Freeze!
Jane, we Tarzan. You swing.
Do I just like grab the rope?
You swing with Tarzan from Vine.
How do I? Okay.
Alright, listen, Tarzan, I'm gonna have to shut you down, man. OSHA violations all over the board. You're up here, you don't even have a helmet on? Huh? What happens if the branch falls off and hits you in the noggin?
I don't know if he understands the language.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm a legal guy, alright. Keep this everywhere I go.
Jane.
Easier.
Your friend's strange.
Listen, Tarzan, I'm shutting you down, man. Highest tree in the nation and swinging people around on it. You had 4 injuries last week.
Jane, let's go now.
It's
Nice.
Dude, let's just go talk to her, okay? Come on. Listen, what's the worst she's gonna do? She's gonna say no, she's not gonna go on a date with you and call the cops again? I mean, it happens.
I was this close to getting a restraining order on him. Now, I know
You know what that means? You were this close to not failing.
Well,
Persistence is key, my friend. And in 2018, women love aggression. You gotta show them you're not willing to back down from anything. You're there to serve them and protect them, even when they don't know that that's what they need.
serve and protect.
I think so, right? It's, this whole fraternity lifestyle really tricks us, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's college freshman finals week.
We're just so cool. We don't know how to live. But regardless, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna ask Rebecca for the dance. Weird? Wait, I mean. Right there.
Yeah, right there. I think I pulled a tendon.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is there bone?
I
Is there blood?
hold on. Shh. We're gonna just pull it out.
Oh, no!
Oh my God! How did you get this inside of you?
I feel so much better. Wow, that is.
Look at it.
Ouch! Who would put a magnetic Lego in my shoulder? You know, I gotta stop working at the preschool.
I usually find them in my feet at night.
Freeze. There's no way to hold the food I've cooked for you. I slave in the kitchen all day, Amelia. It's not good enough for you.
It's just a little small, that's all.
Small, it's about the flavor. It's not about the size, it's about the flavor.
Alright, I'll try.
Just try to have a mind. Yes? No?
I'm sorry, but I think
But I use barbecue sauce, mayonnaise,
sometimes
ketchup,
it's just
cumin.
not enough, Bill.
Freeze. Van Gogh, sorry, I have to come talk to you, alright? Your trends have been catching on all over.
That's what I
The
do.
youth is freaking out. They're obsessed with this, whatever you call it, this trend. It's freaking everyone out.
Well, it's crazy. I saw an ad about 10 years ago.
Are you hearing me? What?
Where are we? What?
Van Gogh,
What's going on?
You're asking me. You're being all weird.
I blacked out. Oh,
What do you remember? Tell me everything that you remember.
I had a vivid dream.
Okay.
It was crazy. There were reindeer and palm trees.
Yeah, and that is what I'm selling.
It's so small.
Well, you can call anything a pirate ship as long as it floats.
Is it made out of cardboard or?
No. Pressed wood. Pressed cardboard.
Is this what you spent our savings on?
I thought that we could finally oar a way into the sunset. Or make our way into the sunset. I don't... Yeah. Yeah, lost a bet. They said it was a pirate ship. Just did that. Figured that we could make it at least, I don't know, past the shaky water. And then we'll figure it out from there.
What's your plan for selling them?
Well,
We're gonna need to earn this.
I
money
realized
somehow.
that I'm trying to just get out a student loan for us. I realized the boat's small. I figured that maybe we could use the boat rather than try to sell it, escape our debt. If we disappear for 3 years, we'll be, I don't know, called deceased from the state. I'm just some ideas.
How are we gonna get passports?
See, if you go in your own pirate ship, and then wherever else, you just kind of disappear off the grid.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm liking where this is going.
Yeah, but there's going to be no Wi-Fi.
Yar.
Wait. No Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I didn't think that through either. No Wi-Fi.
I'm a blogger.
So, okay, you're putting your job before mine. I get it. Your blogging job is
See, that
hurting my
sounds
life. Yeah, it's the only way
That's
that
how I'm
I can
really feeling right
communicate
now.
with
Freeze.
Double freeze!
Double freeze! Double freeze! Double freeze!
You came here to show me that.
What? Yeah. That was a picture of me climbing Mount Olympus.
You've showed me that several times, and it's just a stick figure on top of a Wheaties box.
You gotta use your imagination, son.
Dad,
That's gonna make me a millionaire.
it's a pet rock.
I thought it was a stick.
Listen, I want you to come live with me and Barbara.
I got you a present.
Again.
Here, it's a picture of me climbing Mount Olympus.
Still that pet rock. Oh, I've no one to blame but myself for this.
Son, I think I know what you're trying to say.
I don't think you understand anything, Dad.
No, you might be right, but I don't want to live with you.
That's fair, but the cops told me I had to get you out of this McDonald's before 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's fair.
And that's freeze tag! This next game that we'll be playing is called Fortunately, Unfortunately.
Fortunately, unfortunately.
Kind of cadence matches with the words a little bit. Yeah. For those of you who will be playing Fortunately, Unfortunately, please stay upon the stage. If you are not, you can find a seat. Excellent. One of these improvisers is going to be narrating a story in a fortunate kind of aspect every chance that they can. A character that you guys will come up with. And then her counterpart will be all unfortunate stories. And we'll see how the life goes. Can I get a suggestion of maybe a strange occupation?
Lawyer.
Lawyer? Yeah. Let's get the name of this lawyer.
Rosenstein.
Rosenstein the lawyer. This is the story of Rosenstein the lawyer. Round of applause.
Rosenstein, the lawyer, was so pumped about this case coming up. Oh man, he was going to kill it. He'd been reading the files for weeks on end, and he found a lot of stuff that he thought it was going to make him win.
Unfortunately, Rosenstein the lawyer, when he got to the jail to meet his client, he realized it was his ex-lover.
Fortunately, they had ended on fairly good terms.
Unfortunately, his client still owed him a fair bit of money.
Fortunately, in his client's last relationship, her husband had mysteriously died. And she had found a lot of money. In fact, that was what the case was about.
Unfortunately, the murder was very disputed. And he was actually not a trial lawyer, more of a hospital chaser.
Fortunately, when he looked at those case files, he found that there was an injury he had been familiar with in his hospital chasing days.
Unfortunately, his client, while in jail, became the object of love of another inmate, making Rosenstein very jealous.
Fortunately, the other inmate died.
Unfortunately, like the crime his client was in for, this death occurred under very suspicious circumstances.
Fortunately, the cameras in the prison cell were unplugged.
Unfortunately, this meant Rosenstein could show his affections, which his client no longer wanted.
Fortunately, the client heard word that he was a free man and that it was a natural death.
And that's Fortunately, Unfortunately. This next game that we'll be playing has a lot of involvement for you guys. We are relying on you. Oh, this will be everyone. Beastie Rap. So we're going to be playing Beastie Rap. Beastie Rap. Beastie Rap.
Beastie Rap.
Nice. So the way Beastie Rap is played, I'm going to get a suggestion for a single syllable name like John. And it is their job to say the beginning part of the sentence, and their crew, their half of the room, to say the word that they're trying to say that rhymes with John. So,
man.
What? Yeah, exactly. So, you know in Beastie Rap how it's like, if we're rhyming with Jan, and be like, I knew this girl and her name was Jan! She needed some exercise and she went and ran! And so it's your job to kind of say what the rhyme is for your crew. Otherwise, if they don't get it, they are out. We'll be keeping score. Then there's fights, cage matches after the show. That's on the side hustle. Perfect. So let's get a suggestion of a single syllable female name.
Kate.
Kate! Kate is the name. We'll be starting off with you, my friends. And let's get it going.
I knew this girl. Her name was Kate.
Every time she went to an event, she was late.
She went fishing, but she forgot to bring
bait.
She started dating a priest, and it was a
Saint. But it's like.
She has a really big house, and she walks through the
Gate.
What?
Victory. 1 point for this side. Excellent job, you guys. Let's get a suggestion of a single syllable male name.
Greg.
Greg. I like Greg. Sorry, Greg. We'll find out. Coming up next. The name is Greg. Starting with you guys.
Hey, this is the story of a guy named
Greg.
Every Sunday he went to church and he went to pray.
Frog?
That doesn't rhyme. There. 1 to 1. Let's get a single syllable female name.
Can we get a generational name?
Was it?
Pia.
Pia. It's 2. Sorry. That's the name. No. Okay. Single syllable Anne. Pam. Pam is the name. Beastie Rap.
This is the story of a girl named Pam.
She loved to dance and put stuff on her bread.
Jam.
They were in a jam.
She felt like she was being watched from that.
Pam!
She loved to hang out with her friends and
Jam. Different meaning of jam.
She liked to eat a nice smoked
Pam!
And this is either going to seal the deal for the victory or tie it up. It's your guys' choice. Married couple battling it out. If I get hurt, just carry me out. I'll be okay.
It's the marriage. It's real damage.
I feel the intensity. Let's get a single syllable male name. Roy. Oh, I heard Steve too. I'm gonna go Steve. Steve is a solid one. And starting off with you guys. Start off with Steve.
This also is a bad option.
Who's starting? Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Starting with the name Steve. Let's get it.
I took a new lover and his name was Steve.
He'd like specific shirts. He'd like shorts.
Sleep.
Nerd.
His friends didn't believe in Santa, but oh shit.
How the mighty fall.
Yeah, the tension's getting awesome. This next game that we will be playing is called Revolver. Can you guys say Revolver? Perfect. And yeah, if you're playing Revolver, you can. Excellent. Yeah, playing on Revolver, stay on the stage. It's going to be their task every time we rotate a time, space and time has continued forward, even if we're not in their scene. They'll be rotating as we go. Based off of your suggestions is what their scenes are going to be out, and we'll see how it goes. So can I get a suggestion for maybe something that fits in a backpack that's not a notebook or a pencil?
Water bottle.
I heard water bottle and Skittles. Water bottle it is. Rotate right. Maybe a suggestion for something you would never remember to put on your grocery list.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Rotate right. Something that you have in your car and you don't know why it's there.
Human head.
I heard human head, but I'm going to go with
Love.
love. Love it. Oh shoot, mixtapes. Rotate right. Awesome. And this suggestion can be anything. Anything at all.
Star Trek.
Star Trek is your suggestion. Awesome. Rotate right. And you guys are water bottle. Rotate right.
Mayonnaise.
What he said!
Love. There you go. And this is Revolver. Give them a round of applause.
Derek, did you see the new Star Trek movie?
Oh, it appears as if I already have.
What did you think of Luke Skywalker? Or is that... Who is that? Is that Spaceballs? Star Wars? What is it?
It's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
You didn't see? Down in front? Green lightsaber? No, wait. Yeah?
Yeah? Forever?
Forever.
I love Star Wars, Star Trek.
I know, it's like the greatest convention of all time.
I know, I'm like so excited. Are you gonna wear a red shirt, a black shirt, or like a blue one?
I don't know, like going as like Captain Kirk.
You look so cool. You look so cool.
I know.
Oh my god. The convention is going to be wicked.
Rotate right.
Don't look at me because you don't recycle your water bottles. Look, that's a lot of plastic just being thrown in the ocean.
Well, you know what? We got troubles too. You know? Fish, what's one water bottle? You know?
What's one water bottle?
Yeah. I just threw one out today.
That's
And
like-
one out the day before. And the day before that.
One water bottle is equivalent to, let's see, 12 gallons of helium.
Okay, you know what?
Hey, Jim, I'm glad you got here. I just got an order for 30 subs. You want to help me out? Jim? Oh, come on. You were 30 minutes late.
Alright. But I just want you to know that I'm doing this out of protest.
Oh, really?
Yes, Paul. Really.
Huh.
I saw what you did my paycheck last week. And I'm not happy about it.
Jim, you're going to take that out on me?
Well,
I don't do the payroll. I'm not in charge of how much you're paid. Come on.
you own the company, Paul.
Okay, but my wife is really controlling. Jim, it wasn't personal. I can find a way to get you a bonus. I can't run the shop without you.
I'm going to stay on one ultimatum.
What is it?
Leave your wife.
Rotate right.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Cindy.
What are you doing?
I'm just texting a friend.
Which friend? If you have multiple friends, I don't know everything about you.
It was just someone I went on a date with last week. No big deal.
What? What do you mean a date?
Yeah, no, last week I went,
We've been
I
dating.
went out.
We've been dating for 3 years. Who else would you be going on a date with?
I thought we were taking a break. Oh, I
No, I said on Netflix.
Oh,
Not on this relationship.
no.
Rotate right.
Look at this convention. Oh my god.
Got phasers. A real, actual replica of the
Millennial Falcon.
yeah.
I put 3 layers of gear on it and 3 levels of nerve.
Oh.
my god. I'm so excited. Okay. Is that Anakin Skywalker?
Hey, Anakin Skywalker. Can we get a selfie?
No, over here. Take a flab at Michael Jackson. Dang it.
Because we're dressed like Star Trek.
Dang it, I told you we should have bring Star Wars. It's okay. Forever?
Forever.
Okay.
Rotate right.
There's your helium. Now you can stop complaining about water bottles. Get on to some real topics of discussion, real problems. Snails? What are you doing? Yeah! This is why we're friends. This is why we're friends. I got nothing, buddy. Oh, that's not real efficient use of my water bottle, is it? Nope. Feel better, don't you?
I do.
She was holding you down.
You know, Jim, I really appreciate the advice. I've never been happy with it.
Yeah, me neither. I got a raise. It was great.
Yeah, I got a raise too. It was fantastic.
Right? You're on the middle woman.
Yeah, no, and you know, business has never been better at the shop.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your work ethic the last few months.
Well, it's been, you know what? Culture makes a big difference in the office.
It does, and I feel like we got a really good thing going on culture-wise.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, I've got another question. Another ask. A little one though. Small. Not as big as the last one.
All right, hit me with it, Jim. What is it?
I want you out. Yeah. You know, the culture's only going to get better. You said it yourself. Great culture. I think I brought it.
Yeah. Out.
Yeah.
Me.
You should retire.
It's not a terrible idea.
No, it's not. I only have the best ones.
I think I'm gonna have to sit on it.
Rotate right.
Hey, it's been a while. What are you doing here?
It's a grocery store. I'm here to get food.
Yeah, still getting those apples you always get.
Yeah. It's for my new cat.
You got a new cat. That's great.
I didn't get a new cat. I got 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were finally able to do that. You know about my cat allergy.
Yeah. Do you want to come over?
Let me just
I have apples.
That sounds like a great idea. I'll just need to take some medicine before I come over.
Yeah, just after the breakup, it was really hard, you know?
Yeah.
The Netflix breakup was really hard on me.
Yeah.
But
That was a
we're
bit
still,
special.
right?
We're always gonna be friends. Put her there, partner.
Friend zoned. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the next convention is in 2 days, but it's not Star Trek. It's underwater
got my mermaid fin swimsuit.
Oh. We're gonna be hopping all the way to the convention. Oh, gosh. How much did yours cost?
I handmade mine and used real fish scales from our
Rotate right.
Sorry. I knew you had a helium problem.
And this is why I've convinced you to recycle your plastic water bottles to support my addiction to helium.
Yeah. I've actually had to increase the amount of water bottles I buy. But you know what? It's because I love you, man. I also really like your voice when you're on helium. One more hit for me.
You don't even drink the water. You just dump the water out.
What?
All right. What have you done to the place?
Made it my own.
It's disgusting in here.
Well, you know, it's called Sloppy Joe's now for a reason.
Yeah, there's trash all over the floor. This is gross,
No,
man.
it's culture. But you know what? Still making some money.
Yeah?
Not as much as before, but
There's nobody in here.
I mean, okay, I made a mistake. Were you?
I'm sorry, what? I'm retired. Remember?
This is so hard. Would you please give me a lot of money?
Rotate right.
You know, this soup is amazing.
It is. I think I have something to say. Last night, when we watched Netflix together, you sat on one of my cats.
Which one?
All of them. So, like, I thought it was chicken for some reason. I put it in the freezer, now it's in the soup. But listen, they eat cats in Japan, so
All right, hey boss. We got another big order in.
Yep, you're doing great. Actually, you know what? You're doing so well, I'm going to promote you.
Really?
Please stand over here.
From ashes to rising and back.
Well,
This is,
Sloppy Paul's. It's doing great.
Sloppy Paul's.
You know what? So good, in fact, I think I'm going to retire now.
Oh!
And that's Revolver! Excellent. This next game that we are going to be playing is called Story Story Out of Here!
Story, story, out of here!
The rules of this game is while I point at someone, they are allowed to talk, and if I lift my hand from pointing at them, they have to stop mid-word. So it gets difficult, and they also are not allowed to say the word decided, which creeps into almost every sentence if you don't think about it. So we'll see how we're going to have some fun. I do need a suggestion, though, from the audience of maybe a mythical creature.
Minotaur.
A minotaur. Nice. Amazing.
Which one's that?
Minotaur, maybe a name for the minotaur.
Horns.
Jellybean the Minotaur. This is going to be the story of Jellybean the Minotaur. And give them a round of applause. Story of Jellybean the Minotaur, Chapter 1!
Jellybean the Minotaur was a very sensitive bull. Growing up, he was picked on by all the other Minotaurs. It was a really rough time for him. He had a rough go of it.
He was very sensitive about his nose ring. It wasn't quite as impressive as every other Minotaur child's. And quite frankly, it felt like it held him back. The only way to show all those kids in school that he was
a real Minotaur, ready to go into the Colosseum and fight, was that he had to make his final move, the Killer Jelly Bean.
Now the Killer Jelly Bean was top secret. He'd been planning it for 3 years. It was a 5-part move. Part 1, stun the competition.
Part 2, pick a killer outfit.
Part 3, close his eyes and count to 10.
Part 5. Join an impressive improv group.
And part 4, which was to kick Ultimate butt with his super moves shoes.
It didn't work. Due to a lack of practice, he almost worded the thing that he shouldn't do. This means that he is a terrible fighter, and he needed to practice more.
So he booked time at the Colosseum with the best Minotaur
coaches available. This included Russell Crowe and the black companion from Gladiator. They
were really great trainers because obviously they had a lot of experience working with Minotaurs.
Because they went to Minotaur school, a competition. They knew that Jellybean will be a gladiator one day.
And the greatest gladiator in the entire Minotaur
Kingdom. Jellybean the Minotaur found out he was going to have to fight Hercules in the Colosseum tomorrow.
It didn't scare him, though. All the training with Russell Crowe and company made him truly
unafraid of anything to come. The next day, he started his morning ritual before the fight with a cup of coffee, some grass,
and 17 burritos filled with only beans. He had a new killer move. As he made his way to the Coliseum in Las Vegas for the pay-per-view fight about to be broadcast all over the world.
Hercules didn't see it coming. He swung once, he swung twice, and then he turned around.
And he gave the killer look. Jellybean has defeated Hercules, so he knew that that wasn't going to stop there, for he was addicted to fighting.
bellowed Jellybean out of more hole than one.
Are you not entertained? Crown of the Colosseum. Hercules lied on the ground in defeat. Jellybean knew that he had become a real Minotaur
real quick. But he needed a better source for his infamous burritos. And so, entrepreneurial man that not a man, or a human, in fact, he is in fact a Minotaur, he decided to start...
This is the story of Jellybean, the real Minotaur, Chapter 2!
As he sat in the Oval Office, risen to the presidency by that amazing pay-per-view fight, Jellybean took down other countries with the smell of fear.
AKA the smell of burritos. That stuff was pungent. He had found the best source of beans.
The source of beans came from the classmates that bullied him.
He kept those classmates on a farm where he had them do manual
Cultural work. Jelly Bean the Minotaur realized that he was no longer running a democracy, but a dictatorship.
Oh, I heard a dictator and I need just the it. This is the story of Jelly Bean, the gladiator president, chapter 3.
He had an executive order on his desk and he was ready to write it. It was going to say, "No more fighting unless I'm in the ring."
Signed, Jellybean the Minotaur. Jellybean sent this executive order off to the proper legal teams to officiate it in the museum. And Jellybean, he knew that he really needed to follow through on this executive order.
This executive order would allow all non-Minotaur states to vote whether or not they wanted to.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the story of Jelly Bean first destroying a democratic state and then rebuilding one. Chapter 4.
Jelly Bean the Minotaur was very excited
About the ultimate fight he had arranged. With the new executive order, sea to sign shining. Oh, no,
This is the story of Jelly Bean the Minotaur, chapter 5.
Jellybean was devastated after that fight.
So devastated, in fact, that Jellybean resigned from his office.
With this resignation, it did away with all Colosseum fights
For the next 3 days. What was he going to do for 3 days? He'd always gotten what he wanted. And now, there was nothing to do with his life.
Grumbled Jellybean the Minotaur. He knew what he had to do to fill his time before the big Colosseum event, which was to eat.
Chef Boyardee. Jelly Bean the Minotaur loved Chef Boyardee and continued to grow burritos on his burrito farm in the Democratic Republic states of the Empire.
Chef Boyardee was actually the name of his favorite burrito plant.
It was the same plant that all of his childhood friends worked at.
This plant could package over 12,000 cans of Chef Boyardee Minotaur feed a day.
The problem with this was that there were so many genetically modified.
Oh, I cut you off. This is the story of Jelly Bean the Minotaur, the plant owner / retired president, chapter 6.
Jelly Bean the Minotaur sidetracked
primary source of protein.
Jellybean didn't want anyone to fight anymore because he was retiring, and if he couldn't fight, no one could.
Along with his retirement and people giving up fighting, he lived a happy life growing his own pasta,
which was grown from the crops of his ancestors. Many generations.
Jellybean, the Minotaur ex-president / ravioli entrepreneur / fighter, packed up his bags and headed back to
his home world of Minotaurus. The space trip was pretty lengthy, and he reflected on the things that had occurred on his
space journey back to Minotaurus, where he was from. Upon arriving in Minotaurus 12,000 light years later, it was discovered that the Minotaur race of his ancestors had become extinct.
and he was alone in the universe. This led him to
start a new government on
planet Minotaurus. This government, of course, would include a primary
source of food
that would really just kick the chicken.
I cut you off that. And this is the conclusive moral of the story.
Please long and prosper.
Jellybean the Minotaur teaches us that stick to what you're good at. And it's not about the uniqueness of your nose ring or how many brothers and sisters you have or which political party wants to produce which agricultural good. You can always get in a spaceship and get out of Dodge.
Thank you guys for coming and supporting your loved ones, your friends. This is the Level 1 Joy of Improv class, and thank you. What they did up here is not something that's easy or something that comes naturally. There's this rule that we kind of abide by called yes anding. Yes anding is deciding to agree with someone and adding to what they are, building on to what someone else is, almost like salting other people's ideas. And that way we get to move in a direction and create scenes out of nothing or suggestions. But yes and is more than just a principle of improv. I really do believe that it's a principle that can help guide life. Saying yes and can lead to new opportunities, new friendships, new adventures. And so from the Yes and team up here, we'd like to challenge you guys to go out and yes and today.